Hello, Helen Chin Lu here, certified reflexologist, certified energy medicine practitioner, Reiki master teacher, the owner of the Healing Place and the Healing Place Energy School. A client today asked me, Helen, why do we get so fearful? And why can't we break out of the stuck cycle? And I thought about that for a really long time. I think about people who've been traumatized in their life and how this energy is stuck on a cellular level in their bodies. And what happens a lot of time, these people fall into what I call a victim cycle, where they're just repeating the same cycle over and over again. And I think to myself, why? Well, first of all, there's a lot of comfort in suffering, believe it or not. Because if you are used to suffering and have been for such a long time, there's a certain pattern, there's a feeling of comfort because you know how people are going to respond to you, you know who are going to help you, and what happens a lot of times, you get stuck in a cycle where you feel like there were no choices. And this is not true. So a lot of it has to depend on how uncomfortable you are and how uncomfortable you get. And if suffering is begun to no longer serve you because you're in so much pain, or worse, your family has deserted you, this may be a time to recognize where you are in this moment and then decide, where would you like to be? This is really key, important in any type of energy work, and it's recognition. And by recognizing where you are in this second is a first step to change. It's really quite simple, yet it's still very, very hard. What I am going to suggest you do, I'm going to give you 3 tips on what to do to get it going. If you're at the point in your life you said, enough, I've had enough, I would like for you to develop a list, a small list of things that you would like to change. And then I really wanted you to focus on one at a time, because if you focus on everything on your list all at once, you're going to be overwhelmed. Simple as that. Take that one task that's really at the top of your list and think about where you are and where would you like to go. One thing I love about this work, any type of energy work, all you need is a tiny, tiny step to make a change. And if you could have the courage, either find support on your own beliefs, either from your family and friends, if you're into talking to spirit, to the universe, to God, find the courage to make one tiny little change today. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, you have to go out and actually make this change, because all the wishing in the world is not going to change anything. Simple, and that's really as simple as that. 3, I want you to get your body in shape. So if you're doing destructive thoughts, ask yourself, how is this thought helping you? Is it promoting your energy, or is it digressing it? Because thinking is a habit. That's what it is. You just think the same thing over and over again because your mind has nowhere else to go other than to that thought. You could even write this down, and what is the most common thing that runs in your mind, and every time you have that thought, what I do is I say, stop. Why are you doing this to yourself? Because it's really brutal when you do what I consider self-punishment. So I'm hoping very much these 3 steps is going to help you to break the victim cycle, the pain cycle, the suffering, the fear cycle. So this is Helen Chin Lu from the Healing Place. I'm going to talk to you really soon. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.